Okay, in the last lesson I showed you how to make a slip knot and your foundation chain. Now we're going to start by actually making the stitches themselves. The first stitch we're going to learn is a single crochet stitch. This is the most basic stitch and it's really easy to work. So let me show you how to do it. You have your chain. This is my chain 10 from the previous lesson, and I still have my hook on my hook through the loop. Okay, so to make a single crochet, we're going to skip this first space. Usually in any project, I like to skip the first chain. So this first one we're going to skip. So if we're making 10 single crochet, you want to start with 11. So let's add one more. And now we're going to skip this one. To make your single crochet, insert your hook into the center of this V shape. Just insert it into the center. And you should have 2 loops on the top of the hook and then 1 loop on the bottom right there. You could also have 1 on top and 2 on the bottom, but I prefer it this way. Okay, so then once you've inserted your hook, bring your yarn over your hook, and you may need to turn your hook to grab it a little bit. But bring your yarn over the hook, grab the yarn, and pull it through the center of that stitch. And that makes you pull up another loop. So now you have 2 loops on your hook. Now again, yarn over, bring your yarn over the hook, and pull it through both loops on the hook. And that is your first single crochet. Okay, let's try that again. Insert your hook into the center of the V. You could insert it under here. This is only the first loop though, and you want to go under both. So insert, go under both loops. You should have 2 loops here, see them? 1 and 2. Grab the yarn and pull it through the stitch. Now that you have 2 loops on your hook, you can yarn over and pull that through both of the loops on the hook. See? Let's continue doing that down this row. Continue inserting your hook into the center of the stitch under both loops, yarning over and pulling up another loop, so you have 2 loops on the hook. And yarn over again and pull through both loops. Okay, so we've worked 9 stitches and this is the last one. So I'm going to insert my hook and finish this last single crochet the exact same way as we did all the others. Insert your hook, go under both loops, yarn over and pull that loop through the stitch so you have 2 loops on your hook. Now yarn over again and pull through both of the loops to finish the stitch. Now here is my first row of single crochet. You have 10 stitches, and you can see that on the top you have these same V shapes now to work the next row in. So to start the next row, all you're going to do is work a chain 1. So just bring the yarn over and pull it through the loop to make your chain 1. Now you're going to turn your work around so you're working from right to left again. And now continue working your chains or your single crochets, but now you're going to insert your hook into these spaces right here. You're going to go into the stitch, and again you're still going under both legs now. So insert your hook, go under both loops, yarn over, and pull that loop through. When you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both. So just continue that down the row for your second row of single crochet. I do want to show you one thing to keep in mind at the end of each row to make sure you have straight, even sides every time. Okay, so when you get towards the end of the second row, make sure that you get the last stitch too. So here I've done 9, and here's the last stitch. This one is one that a lot of people miss, and they end up with crooked edges. So to make sure your edges are perfectly straight every time, you have to make sure you work that last stitch. Then go back and count and make sure you have the right number of stitches. So we should have 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so here's our second row done. Now we're going to continue working on the sample just by starting the next row. Just chain 1, turn your work around again, and continue working single crochets into each space. This is going to help you practice how to make single crochets and how to get them even. It's going to take a little bit of time, and yours might be a little bit lopsided and uneven right now, but that comes with practice. So just continue making your stitches and work a couple of rows. You can make this into a square, and then it'll make a good like pot holder or like a hot pad. So just continue working a few rows, and then I'll show you in my next lesson how to bind off and weave in the ends when you have a finished piece. Okay, so I'm going to work a few more rows off camera, and then I will be back. Okay, so here is my sample of single crochet stitches. Let me work this last stitch. Actually, I'll save this last stitch for the next video. But here is my sample of single crochet stitches, and you can see that I've worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rows to get a square. So just continue practicing until you get something like this, and then you can go to the next video, and I will show you how I finish off this last stitch and bind off to have a finished piece.